Okay, I'd like to attempt an interactive any card at any number experiment with you all. Now first of all, what you're going to need, now you won't need a deck of cards for this experiment, you're just going to look at my deck of cards here. I just have a mix of cards as you can see, and I've actually shuffled this deck 25 times. Now there's a reason behind it, and it's supposed to synchronize with how we're going to get this any card at any number to hopefully match up with the one that you generate at home. Now, what you're going to need is just a piece of paper. Just get a fairly large size piece of paper, a pen or pencil, and I'd like you to write down 1 to the magic number 25, since that's how many times I've actually shuffled this deck. Okay, so write those numbers down for your list of random numbers that we're going to generate. Now the numbers are going to be quite big, so give yourself lots of room, and just write them down, something like that. Now I want you to just think of any number between 1 and 1,000. Okay? It can be any number. It can be a single digit number, a 2-digit number, or a 3-digit number. Any number. And write that next to number 1. So I'm going to say 786. Okay? You write your number. Maybe draw a line just to divide the digits here so we don't get confused. Okay, next, again, come up with another number between 1 and 1,000. Any number. I'm going to say 54. Go really small. You can do another 3-digit number if you want. It doesn't matter. Now, you've generated two completely different numbers between 1 and 1,000. Now, using these numbers, we're going to generate some random long digit numbers. And how we're going to do this is we're simply going to add these first two digits, two numbers together first. So 786 plus 54 in my case, I'm going to add together. So that's see, 10, so 840. Now you add your two numbers together so that the sum total of your first two numbers is next to number 3, okay? Just like that. Now you're going to continue down the list by adding the last two numbers to give you the sum total of your new sum total next to the next number in your list, okay? So I'm going to add 54 and 840 in this case to go next to number 4. So I have 894. Okay, you write your new number next to number 4, and again continue by adding your last two numbers in the list to give you the new number, the sum total next to number 5. Okay, makes sense? So just keep going all the way down the list like that. I know this is going to take some considerable time and patience on your part to do this, but I really think you're going to be blown away. So it should be worth your time. So hopefully this works. So anyways, continue down all the way to the list down to 25. So by the time you get to 25, you should have probably generated about a 7 to 8 digit sized number. Okay, so really be careful with your calculator when you're going through these, especially towards the end of the list. Punch in those numbers as accurately as possible. Okay, so take your time, pause the video, go ahead, do that, and when you're ready and you've filled up all your numbers to 25, we'll continue with the rest of the experiment. So, assuming you're back now, you've filled up all your crazy amount of numbers up to 25. Now what we're going to do is we're going to simply look at the last 5 long digit numbers here, 21 to 20, next to 21 to 25. Okay? I want you to think of, or pick any one of those long numbers and divide it by the long number above it. Okay? So if you choose the number next to 24, divide it by the number next to 23. If you choose the number next to 21, divide it by the number above it next to 20. Okay? So punch in those numbers carefully, divide them, and then just write your full answer down on the piece of paper. Just write it down, and if you have any decimals in your answer, which you most likely will, just ignore the decimals, but just write down all the digits. Okay? So you have this nice generated long number. Okay, so I'm just going to write down some random numbers here just for demonstration purposes. So let's say you've got this long number here. You've got rid of the decimal, so ignore that. Now, from these numbers, what I'd like you to do is circle the first 8 digits. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So these 8 digits here, the first 8 digits from left to right, circle those. Okay? We're going to just deal with those digits. We'll ignore the rest. Okay? Now, we're going to generate a random card. And to do this, you're simply going to circle any one of those 8 digits you want. So that'll represent the value of your card. Now ignore zeros because zeros obviously have no value, so just circle any other digit, okay? And that'll represent the value of your card. So I'm going to say for this demo, I'm going to just circle 4, and then write down your secret value on your paper, just like so. Next, you're going to circle the number to the right next to the right of your selected number. So in this case, the number to the right of my number is 6, so I'm going to circle that. Now, if you circled the last digit in your 8-digit number as your value, obviously there's no number to the right of it because it's the last digit, so you're going to continue to the first digit of the 8-digit number and make that the next digit, okay? So you would circle 2 in this case if you had circled 7 in my number, okay? So circle the next digit to the right, and that number to the right is going to represent your random suit. And for that suit, you're going to look at this chart, look at the number, the second number you circled, look what number corresponds to what suit, and that will be your random suit. So in my case, I've circled 6 next to 4, so as you see I got 6 here circled. So my random suit next to 6 is spade, so I'm going to write down spade next to my value, and that's going to be my random card. So have that written down in your paper so you don't forget. And lastly, what we're going to do is we're going to circle 3 more numbers, and those numbers are simply the numbers to the right of the first 2 numbers you've selected. So circle the 3 consecutive numbers to the right of your first 2 numbers you selected. Now I've run out of room at the end of my number, so for my third number I simply continue to the beginning of my 8-digit number, just like that for my third number, okay? So circle the next 3 numbers to the right, so you should have now a total of 5 numbers circled, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to carefully total all 5 of those numbers to give you a potentially, and you know, the most you can get, of course, if they were all 9s would be 45. So we're just getting a number between potentially 4 or 45, okay? That's why we're circling 5 numbers. So we're just generating that number so that we can keep it within the amount of cards in a deck of cards. Okay, so I have, I'm not going to bother, well, okay, let's see, I got 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so 25 is my number for all 5 numbers. You add yours and write down your total next to your secret card, okay? Now, once you've got that, what we're going to do is finally see if this deck of cards really holds true to the prediction that we're about to reveal here. So, remember your number. Keep that number in your mind. And remember your card. Because what we're going to do now is I'm going to go through this deck of cards carefully, and I'm going to count each card out loud. Now, I'm not going to know what number your card is at, of course, but I'm just going to go through the entire deck and just hope that you see your card at your number. So you're obviously not going to be able to stop me and let me know because we can't interact, of course. So I'm just going to go through the entire deck and just hope that your card is at your number. Are you ready? So watch carefully. Listen for your number and watch for your card on that number. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47. I won't bother continuing because obviously you're not going to have a number higher than that. But hopefully we've arrived at your card, at your number. So please let me know if that worked. And yeah, leave a comment or give me a thumb up if that worked. And yeah, I'm just kind of curious. So thank you for taking the time to do that, and I hope you enjoyed that. So thanks for watching.